You know what sound that is, folks? You betcha. That's another Noon Whistle. I'm Chris Trottier.
And I'm John Anzalone, and I am on site today looking for two past youth apprenticeship students, Grant and Max. So we're going to track them down here. They're doing some remodel and some construction, and we'll see what they got to say if we can find them, okay?
Sounds good.
All right.
Any leftovers in the fridge or no?
I haven't checked yet. We'll do that
Okay.
when I'm done. Thanks. All right. So we're making our way back here. Oh, I think I spotted a Max, and I think I spotted Grant. Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you? Can you take a break for a second?
I think we got a minute here.
All right. We'd love to talk to you about your journey at Elkhorn High School, as well as the exciting journey that you're on right now.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah. Take a spot there. We'll get you in close a little bit, Max. You're a big guy. We got to fit you in the camera here.
My name's Grant Schaeffer. I started with Stebnitz Builders 5 years ago. We're a local remodeling company, and I actually started with them through the youth apprenticeship and went with them full time after I graduated from high school and actually leading jobs now, so 5 years later.
Excellent.
I'm Max Bochat. I started actually with the youth build, first year that Elkhorn had the youth build. Kind of fell in love with it, got a job at Stebnitz through a youth apprenticeship as well. Took my path a little bit different, went to WCTC in Waukesha for construction management and a carpenter degree. It's my third year working here and helping them run jobs.
Is it safe to say that your opportunities through youth build, youth apprenticeships, Elkhorn Area School District were beneficial for you to find the path that you're on?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I graduated in 2020. They didn't have as many opportunities as they do now. I was there actually just a couple days ago for career day, and it's crazy to see every year I go there. There's more and more stuff that kids can do to get their hands in whatever field they're looking at. But yeah, the apprenticeship helped me immensely get kind of a jump start, whereas a lot of people don't decide they want to do something like that until maybe a couple of years after high school. So it definitely helped jumpstart a lot of my general skills.
Yeah, and I noticed when I was coming in that like Max does most of the work, and since you've launched yourself already, that you're the project manager now?
Yeah, you can say so. I'm basically the one who's leading the job, so obviously I work with Max still quite a bit, but I do quite a bit of the day-to-day, seeing all the trades coming through here and making sure everyone shows up and go through the stages that need to be done for the remodel. So yeah.
He does all the brain work and I do all the labor work.
Hey, that's a good partnership, it sounds like.
It works out good.
Yeah, and kind of unique. Do you guys work together a lot on the same projects?
Yeah, quite a bit actually.
Recently, yeah.
Recently a lot, especially with this job. We started this about 4 months ago, and actually this is just part of what we're doing here. This is actually started as just a deck around us, and then we framed in for all these windows and actually built around the whole below side too. They can store more furniture in there during the winter, but we also are doing a whole build out of the basement down there. It was just rough, so we built walls all the way around, added a wet bar area, another full bathroom down there, and a nice entertaining space for them. So
It's in the finishing stages right now with painters are in there right now and are end of tile.
Yep.
So Max, how long have you been with Stebnitz Builders?
It's my third year.
Okay.
To probably 3.5 right now. Right around March will be my fourth.
Okay.
So pretty good.
yeah.
Good. Chris, you got any?
Yeah, so I kind of want to just hear. Grant's been doing some talking. I want to jump over to Max. Like, Max, talk a little bit about like if you were to recommend a youth apprenticeship program to students, why should a student consider the YA? And then Grant, you can follow up as soon as Max is done with the same question.
It was a lot of job experience. It was outside the classroom. It was, especially for me, we went to a house in Whitewater with Mr. Bjorgi, who was our teacher at Youth Build, and it was very cool to see a different aspect of sitting at a table, and then you go to woodworking, and then you just build something real quick, go to the next class. We actually went out to the job site, and we put trim on, we put doors on, we did a finished basement, we did cabinets, and it was just an eye-opener between the school aspect and the job aspect of it, and it made me actually fall in love with the carpentry.
So you knew that was it. After that, you knew like I think this is it.
It was pushing that, and then when I got to Stebnitz, and I saw how Mr. Stebnitz actually appreciates everyone he has, actually like take care of us with all the benefits that we got and all that. That really put me over the edge of not going to college and staying and working.
Well, you went to college,
I
correct?
did.
You
I went
did.
to a tech school.
Yeah, that's
Not a
college.
4-year college.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, just to bounce off that, like Max said, they can do a really close job to kind of giving you as much of a real experience as they're going to when you're looking at certain things like welding, mechanics, carpentry. But the other opportunities that Stebnitz or that Elkhorn Area High School offers to students to be able to get out in the real world and real world situations and experience that and really determine if that's something they want to pursue for a career path is just a crazy thing, I think it's awesome. I definitely would recommend anybody looking to do any sort of trade and really take advantage of the opportunities that Alkhorn offers.
And when you guys were in it, I think what students and parents don't understand is you earned credit, elective credit, and you got paid.
Yeah.
You know, go ahead.
I was just saying it's awesome because your counselors are great at working with your schedule. And I mean, Chris and our bosses here were great working with us and being able to work around football practices or whatever sports or activities we had. And it's a super easy process to get started and just go through with.
So who was anybody that was impactful to you? If I said, who was someone along the way that was really a great mentor, impactful, inspiring to you? Anybody that comes to mind right away?
Yeah, one. He was actually the welding teacher, still is, Mr. Jewell.
Okay.
It was my first ever tech class, and he really opened my eyes on, hey, you don't have to do the 4-year. You can do whatever you want. If you want to weld for the rest of your life, you can weld. And then he opened me up to mechanic side, and he also opened me up to the carpentry side. I was also his student teacher for a couple semesters, trimesters, and
Okay.
I thank him a lot for where I'm at right now.
Great.
I'd say mine is probably kind of down the same path. The Woods teacher who was, I don't know if he still is doing a lot of Woods classes, but Mr. Bjorgi, Carl Bjorgi, he just pushed me a lot and kind of, I think, recognized that I had some gifts and talents at what I was doing and definitely helped push me into pursuing this as a career path more than I would have probably without him doing that. And I did the same thing, TH for him my senior year, kind of ran out of wood-related shop classes to take, so that was pretty much the only alternative my senior year. So.
You already had your diploma in Woods classes.
Yeah, pretty much.
So John, I got a question, and this is kind of similar to what we asked of the current youth apprentices. So obviously you guys are learning hands-on skills, and I think, Max, you kind of talked a lot about that, like really getting hands-on experiences and not just building something at the table or using a table router and those various tools, which are important, but then getting in the field is really important. Outside of like those technical skills for building, what are some other skills that the youth apprenticeship really helped you in preparing for what is now your career?
For me, I'd say probably just my people interacting skills. I mean, the biggest thing at Stebnitz is we do a lot of remodeling, so we're going into people's houses as they're living there, and we're always having to kind of interact with a lot of different people and make them feel comfortable having us come into their house. So I'd say that definitely helped it, just with getting to talk to a lot of people, know a lot of people, and kind of get my name out there, I guess.
Yeah, but networking too.
Yeah.
And making money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I would say the teamwork aspect of it, because at the youth apprenticeship, youth build, especially there's 7, 8 other guys, everybody had their own skill, everybody did their own thing differently, and when I transferred over to Stebnitz, it just went with it. Every lead we have does something different versus a different one. They all work at a different pace, they all take breaks differently, like you gotta adjust to almost every job site you go to, and working with 6, 7 kids every day kind of helped out a lot. So.
Yeah, it's exciting to see you guys doing well and making money. And I mean, Chris, walking around here, and I know we probably can't walk around just because there's other contractors here and stuff like that, but the work they do is amazing. I mean, think these guys were in high school not that long ago, and they're doing some big stuff. Yeah,
and Grant, you said you graduated in 2020.
Yes.
So 4 years out. So you've really been working there 5 years, like you said. You had a youth apprenticeship your senior year. Now you're in the field, and in 5 quick years, here you are now, I don't know what the official title is, but
I am officially now a lead carpenter. So
lead carpenter. Okay. So that puts you in more of a supervisory role, correct?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So
And he's good at it. The tile guy didn't even want to take a break to say hi when I came in. So Grant's got things going here. They don't mess around.
Trying to keep things moving.
There was a timer on the porta potty too. You only had 30 seconds in there. You better get back to work.
So let's talk about like, okay, well, kind of one of the last questions, unless you got something else, John, but like, what next? I mean, you guys have been really impressive young men about like thinking about, okay, YA. I mean, you really, I think that YA was kind of the hinge point to you guys really knowing what you wanted, exploring in academics or youth build, all of a sudden finding this YA and going, yeah, this is something I really want to do. And then obviously, going to school, taking additional courses. Like what do you see within the Stebnitz Builders company family? What's next for you guys? Like, what is your next goal?
I would personally say just to keep growing. A lot of our company, a lot of our field guys are still kind of getting a little bit older and more towards the end of their career. So I think our biggest focus in the next few years is just trying to continue to build a nice young team and full of guys who have the same skills. So
Yeah, nice.
My biggest would be becoming a lead carpenter. Right now, I'm still a project carpenter, but to be able to go off on my own and run my own jobs. And then, like you said, when the younger next generation of carpenters come in, I'll be able to teach them the skills that I know and pass it along.
Well, we always appreciate Stebnitz, who's always, and Chris and the whole crew are willing to help. And so I'm going to give you, what do you think, John? Should we give them one opportunity to do a shameless plug for Stebnitz Builders?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to turn the table here a little bit and
Oh man,
with these guys. What do you think about this?
I think
guys. All right.
I think you got to move to your left. There you go. Perfect. Now you.
I got it. We go.
You keep cutting more Grant out. What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm not very good at this, but how about that?
No, that's great. You're really good at it. Okay, Grant and Max. So if a kid's considering a YA at Stebnitz, why should they say yes?
It's a great opportunity to find out if you really want to pursue that as your career path.
Okay.
They're very good also with sports and extracurricular activities. Spring break, I got a week off for when I first started, and they helped me throughout wrestling season and all that, so I can still go to practice and be part of the team.
That's awesome. John, anything else that you want to add to this?
No, these guys are pretty impressive, and I know they're working hard and they're putting in a lot of hours because they made my truck look like a Matchbox car when I pull in.
I know, and I know that Chris Stebnitz and Ryan Hibble were reminding us that these guys have a deadline to be done very soon. Is that correct?
Yes, they are moving in on Tuesday. So
all right. On that note, we're proud of you, Grant, Max. You guys are exactly what everything the Elkhorn Area School District and community believes in and values, and we're so proud of you guys and doing the work, and we're so thankful for our relationship and partnership with Stebnitz Builders. And John, another great job on site.
I'm getting better.
Time to go back to work. And on that note,